been one of those mornings. What can I say? Okay. I'm a couple minutes late, but that's how things go sometimes. Who is with me today? Roll call. Looks like just Angela so far. Vias is here. Hello, good morning. Santa's here, Visor. VF Muhammad. Hey, Steph is here. Ryan is here. Amazing. So it's Sunday morning, and it is a few days before Christmas. Gaming with Mackenzie Tuner. Mix is here. Hi. Tell your brother to go get your breakfast out of the oven.
No.
No? What is my favorite color? It's turquoise. Hi, Sean Ducks. It's Monday morning where you are. Okay. Hey, Mackenzie. Danny S. is here. Lizzie Terry's here. Yay. 2 a.m. Okay. Steph is a diehard. She's here at 2 a.m. I would be sleeping. But some people are night owls. Hey, Derek. Hey, Anna. So some people are night owls. Angela's a night owl. Some people just, Brittany's a night owl too. It's 3 a.m. in Melbourne. Look at you diehards. So 1606 in London. That would be, what would that be? 8 p.m. or 6 p.m.? 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 p.m. Okay. Are you a mom? Yes. Did you hear the little voices? Little voices. It's 11 a.m. where Frank is from. Oh, are you East Coast? I didn't realize. You're in Queensland, fellow Aussies. Colin is here. So, good morning, everyone. Do you guys celebrate Christmas? Do you have any plans for this coming Saturday on Christmas? I have 2 kids. I have one that just turned 14, and I have a 3-year-old. Do you need some help, sweetie? 4 p.m. in London. Okay, let me open these up for you. Santa doesn't celebrate Christmas. Some people do and some people don't. I was actually surprised that one of my good friends who's Indian, that they have, he's not even a Christian, and he said they do big celebrations in India. It's like a big deal there. He was telling me. In Calcutta, I think. Okay, hey Katherine, hopefully you are enjoying your day. I wish you a happy Merry Christmas. Thank you, Hatham. Oh no, Santa has sad news. I'm sorry to hear that. So we've got Step Treads Place. It's Eastern Standard Time, Maine. Okay, did you guys see the title for today's topic? When is the best time to love? Okay, Steph is gathering with her dad's side of the family tonight. Good for you, Steph. She said she faced some demons just by going to this. Now, I know this is a time of year where... Yes, sweetheart.
Help.
What do you need help with?
Help.
You need Timothy's help? Go ask him.
No, I don't want to ask him.
So facing demons, sometimes we have to get together with people we don't like. Relatives that...
Mommy, I need help with the TV.
You need my help? You can't get Timmy's help?
Yeah.
Momentary pause. I'll be right back. Okay, let's go. Timmy, I thought you were going to help your brother. Oh, it's right there. Is your Lego dinosaurs? There you go. Timothy? Stop what you're doing right now. And he's calling for help. Help your brother with whatever he needs help with. Help him turn on whatever he wants to turn on. And here's your guys' breakfast. Ooh, hot. Okay, help your brother, please. Okay, help him turn on whatever he wants. And this is one for each of you, okay? People are waiting for me on the live stream. He's in there screaming and hollering. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that, mom life. So you guys are going to have to get together sometimes with people you don't like, people who've been mean to you, people who've been cruel to you, people who don't believe in you. And you're just going to have to do your best to enjoy yourself and don't pay any attention to their comments. Let them just roll off you and just say, you know what, that's your opinion. Don't say this to them. Think this in your head. That's your opinion, and I'm going to do what's right for me. I'm going to do what's best for me. You don't know what God has called me to do. You don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life. What you say is basically just projecting onto me what you wish you would have done with your life, or giving me advice that maybe doesn't have anything to do with me. So, hey, Waylon. So, you're just going to have to let it roll off your back. They may nitpick at you. They may say you're not doing enough with your life. They may say, why are you having that second helping? You're already too big. And you just have to ignore them. I know. Hey, Ollie. Love everyone. Love your enemies. That's right. So you're bringing us back to the topic. Lollipop Norris, thank you. So we're going to have to do our best. The best time to love is always, Steph says. Ali Muhammad said, God loves us all. You're right. So I'm going to do something a little different today. Marcus asks, why wasn't Devin Wheatley and Elizabeth Lamboy Wilson at the Dhar Mann movie premiere? Were they not invited? No, I'm sure they were invited. They probably just couldn't make it. Not everybody was there. And some people were shooting. So like our other director, Mario and his whole, they were all shooting that night. So they were trying to get done in time to make it to the premiere, but they couldn't make it to the premiere. So, Waylon is saying we stand strong together. So, guys, I'm going to get to your questions in about 10 minutes or so, give or take. But I wanted to talk about the topic of love and when is the best time to love. And this was prompted by one of you guys. You might not even know this, but one of you guys on here, or who's usually on here, who may or may not be on here right now, she wrote on her, oh, I gave it away that it's a female. She wrote on her timeline on a social media platform, next year, I am going to, I don't remember all the things she listed, but one of the things she listed was I am going to love myself. But she said next year, like that was one of her goals. And I wrote back, why not start now? And as I was thinking about that in my mind, how many of us are waiting for ideal conditions, ideal situations to love, to show gratefulness, to give back, to be charitable, to follow our dreams, like things have to go right. And when things go right, yes, then we will follow our dreams. Then we will do this or that. And why not now? That's what I'm wondering. So I'm going to do something very unconventional. I'm normally reading to you from a book that I've written, but most likely from a book of other people's thoughts and ideas. But that got me so worked up. Hey, Momo Smith, that this person was going to wait to start loving themselves. That I'm going to be reading a sloppy, messy page I wrote in my journal 2 days ago when that person spoke this. So hopefully I can read my writing. I write like a doctor. So I just could not stop thinking about this person waiting until next year to start loving themselves. So, Timothy, could you keep it down, please? So I wrote, love is a decision that doesn't need ideal conditions. It's nice when it's warm and soft and plush, but it's also possible when it's cold, hard, and prickly. During those conditions, you can still show love and be love. Love is a decision. It doesn't need ideal conditions. It can still be exercised. It can still be exercised. Hey, middle boy. Towards the harsh-lipped critic, the cruel taskmaster, and those who deny your rights. Love is the bravest choice to make, in a heart that is filled with pain. To keep when a lover scorns, a friend betrays, and a parent neglects. Love is made of sturdy stuff that cannot be explained. It doesn't rust or crumble or melt, no matter the rain, pressure, or heat. It doesn't disappear. Guys, love doesn't disappear in the most harrowing of situations. Even when it's not possible to be returned, and even if everyone has turned away. The more you love, you don't run out. It's multiplied, and you're able to love more. So the question really is, what if we don't know how to love? If we don't know how to love, when you don't know how to love, you need to look to love himself. Who is love himself? Right? Scripture tells us God is love. So that's the stuff he's made out of. So when you don't know how to love yourself, when you don't know how to love others, especially your enemies, you look to love himself and see what he did. Look to love himself for understanding, learning, and modeling. And you will see that love has compassion, even to those who hurt him. Love doesn't keep track of what's been done wrong to them, for their love covers a multitude of wrongdoing, and it remembers it no more. Are you guys still keeping track of what all the bad stuff people did to you? Love doesn't remember what's been done to them. Hey, Elegantius. Hey, Donnie. I will answer you guys' questions soon. So love doesn't keep track of what's been done to them, and it remembers it no more. Love sacrifices. Love sacrifices even for those who don't love them back. To the enemy, he gives a cup of cold water, his jacket, his cheek. Love loves first and doesn't wait to show it until it's deserved. Love can be messy, broken, confusing, but love anyway. Ultimate love, who are we talking about? Who is ultimate love? Hey, Daisy. Love is ultimate love. Ultimate love shows us that it can be mocked, scourged, nailed, but still love his perpetrator enough to say, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." For love is a decision that doesn't need ideal conditions. That's my service announcement for today. Why are you waiting till everything is perfect to love fully, to go after what you want, to be the person you want to be, to start loving yourself? Steph and anyone else who's not loving themselves, why are you waiting for ideal conditions? Why are you waiting until you pass this test, till you graduate this thing, till people treat you better, till you lose weight, till whatever fill in the blank area where you feel you are not good enough, till you don't have this dyslexia anymore, till you don't have this disease anymore, till you don't have this whatever? Why are you waiting for ideal conditions? Hey, Anadit. Why not love now? Why do you have to have everything perfect to be loved? You know what? Some of you guys are like, but I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to do. It's simple. You have three things. 3 things. Elena, thank you for the gift. I appreciate you. 3 things you need to do. It's only 3. You can throw out everything, the 600 things you think you have to do. I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta be this, blah, 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 blah. No, it's three simple things. If you do these 3 simple things, your life will be fantastic. What are those 3 simple things? Hey, Mona. 3 simple things. Super simple. You want to know what you're supposed to do with your life? 3 simple things. Hey, Creative Edits. Nice to see you. So, 3 simple things. Love God, love others, love yourself. It's as simple as that. Keep it simple, sweetie, right? The KISS method. Keep it simple, sweetie. That's all you need to do. If you love God, love others, and love yourself, you have won. You will get the crown of glory. You will have amazing time in heaven. Things will just happen in your life. Things will just fall into place. If you do those 3 things, even, hey Google user, even if it's not an ideal condition, even if people are mean, even if people hating, even if people don't believe in you, even if you feel like you're not really sure if God is there, that's where faith comes in, right? Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? That's what the book of Hebrews tells us, chapter 11, verse 1. If you have to see it before you believe it, that requires no faith. And faith is what our dreams are made of. That's where the substance comes from. When you have faith, it brings those invisible things into the natural realm for you to have and grasp. So see, be love and show love. Receive love. A lot of you out there hating yourself are not receiving love. People want to love you, but you keep stopping them. No, no, no. No, you can't love me. I'm too broken. I'm too messed up. Hey, Benjamin, the way you can love people who bully you is by realizing that they are broken and they are hurt and they are just acting out of their brokenness and their hurt. If your bullies loved themselves, they wouldn't be picking on you. But they either hate themselves or they have people bullying them and they're so frustrated and they don't have a good enough relationship with God that they take it out. They take it out on others. And you can get to the point where you know psychology enough and you understand what people are going through, that you can love those who curse you. You can bless those who curse you. You can pray for those who persecute you. And you will watch that burden get lifted. The moment you start praying for your bully every day, it may not happen overnight that they'll change, but they'll start to change. And it's not going to necessarily be because of you. They won't even know you're doing it. Hey, Gerson Bats. They're not going to even know you're doing it, but it's going to change something inside them because now you're invoking the spirit realm to come in. You know, the angels, God in heaven is going to change them. And you be faithful and you pray for your bullies until you see that change and you don't give up. I'm ready for your questions. Angela said she did that this past week. You know you've really gotten to the right place when you are praying for your enemies, when you're praying for those who persecute you. Love is a decision that doesn't need ideal conditions. If you only love those who treat you good, what credit is that to you? For even the heathens do that. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. So yeah. It's a decision. You guys are going to have to make a decision to love, even if the conditions are not ideal. To love God, even if you feel like He caused you trauma in your life. To love Him. To love others, even if they've done you wrong. And to love yourself, even if you don't think you've arrived yet or don't think you deserve it. That's it. That's all you have to do. Pretty simple. But it's going to require a switch in your mind. And you're going to have to stop adding up all your wrongs, all your failures, all the reasons why you think it's not possible for others to love you or for you to love yourself. And you're going to finally have to stop keeping track of that. Okay, so we've got Elegantius saying, the love of God is unconditional for us. He loves us with all his heart, that he gave up everything to save us from our sin. It's true. Vias asks, was it bad for Kathy not to let her husband and friend get her gift? I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about, and then I will answer you. Okay, so if I missed your question before, type it in again. Haytham says, advice for everyone and a lot of people. Don't be mean to the people you love or hate, because if you be mean, you might not be a good person. So please always be nice. Sometimes it's we lash back and we do something without thinking, and then we have to go repent later. Guys, if you know you've been mean to someone, even if you think they deserved it, go apologize. Go tell them you were wrong. Go tell them you shouldn't have done that, and let them know, I'm sorry for lashing back at you. I was hurt and upset by what you did, but it was not right for me to come at you like that. That's what you need to do. Okay, favorite movie. I've had lots of different ones throughout the years, but my favorite movie right now is The Greatest Showman. I haven't watched a lot of movies lately since I have children, and a lot of movies are inappropriate for kids. Okay, so was it bad for Kathy not to let her husband and friend get her a gift? Oh, from the stepmom video. Okay, see, you know my characters' names, and I don't even know my characters' names. You know, I just show up. I just show up and say the lines. What can I say? No, that's not true. I put some work into it. I don't know when the next Dhar Mann movie's coming out or being filmed. Steptread said, God is definitely one of the most twisted beings that I have ever made contact with. I must say that he portrays through me. I'm not sure what you mean, but God is love, and let's remember that. Sometimes we don't understand it all, but he loves at all times, and he always does what is best for us. Okay. Jesse says, learning to love yourself is the greatest of all. Whitney Houston. Mona says, oh, Momo. Mona, is there, oh, okay, she's not talking to me. Blake, hi. Derek, thank you for the gift. How do you have patience with autistic people? I think we should have patience with all people. You know, everyone's at a different place in their life. And that is something I do struggle with. I actually struggle with it more for people who aren't on the spectrum or who don't have issues. Because sometimes when you get really efficient at something, you just really want other people to be efficient as well. So sometimes I catch myself getting a little like uptight with my assistant who comes here a couple times a week. And I just wonder why it takes her longer than it takes me. Well, everyone's different. Everyone's got their own method. Everyone works in a different way. And not everyone has the same gifting. So there's things she's better at than I'm at. And there's things I'm better at than she's at, because we're all different, right? So I feel like when I'm being impatient, it's more with people that should be like, have it together in my mind. So that's something I'm learning. I mean, for me, it's easier to be patient with, like you said, autistic people or special needs people, because, you know, they have more challenges than we have. Yes, sweetheart. What's up, bud? You want to say hi? Okay, Eli got a haircut. Oh, is Goldfish our sponsor today? Are you taking Timmy's place? Oh, do you want to say hello?
Hello.
Say, how are you today?
How are you today?
Do you know that you're amazing?
Hello, I'm making.
Do you know that God loves you?
Hello, I love you.
And he always will?
You always will.
No matter what you do,
No matter what you do,
he will always love you.
you always love you.
And he will always forgive you
You always forgive me.
if you come to him
And you come for him.
and you repent.
And we repent.
He will forget what you've done.
This will be done.
And He will wash it away,
He will wash it away.
never to be remembered again.
Never remember again.
Because love is a decision.
Love is a decision.
It doesn't need
It doesn't need.
ideal conditions.
It doesn't need.
Those are big words, huh? Ideal conditions. You've never used those words. So, his babysitter this week cut his hair with a Flowbee. Who knows what the Flowbee is from the 90s?
Darling.
Dory cut your hair with a Flowbee, didn't she? You know, it's a Flowbee cut. What can we say? It's maybe not as good as a professional cut, but he has hair like mine, and it's like wavy and snarly and fine, so it has issues. Okay, why don't you go play? Mommy's gonna get back to serious work. But everyone loves you. See all the people saying hi, Eli. Hi, Eli.
Hi, Eli.
Oh, you're saying hi back to yourself? Okay, we love you. Okay. Okay, see you, sweetie.
I'm not sweetie.
You're not sweetie? Who are you then?
I'm a yes.
I'm Elijah. Okay, let's go back. That flavor of goldfish, somebody asked, is a flavor blasted extra cheddar. Okay. Momo asks what my ethnicity is. My mom is 100% Norwegian, and my dad is mostly Swedish, but he's also got some Irish, English, and Danish in him. And maybe a bit of Finnish. Hey, Majestic Photography Life. Okay, Symmetric says, I love your eyes. Blake says, I'm also autistic. Deba Beretta says, nice to see you're live. Awesome. Marcus asks, if you cast an all-star Dhar Mann video and could cast any of the Dhar Mann actors, who would it be? Oh boy, I leave those decisions to the people who do the casting. You know, it has to be appropriate to the script. So, you're never going to see Michael Vaccaro playing a sweet dad, a kind, caring gentleman, you know. So, it really depends on the script. So, you can't just throw people in because they are popular. I mean, have you guys ever seen a Hollywood movie where the script's not very good, but they just threw in a bunch of movie stars so people would go see it, and you left the theater going, what was that piece of junk? Oh, look at Elena sent me a beautiful gift. Thank you, Elena. You are so sweet and generous. Okay, Lizzie, Eli says you look super smart with your haircut and amazing. He smiled. She said, God loves you always. Okay, we are good. How are your baby? We love you all. Good. He's good. You just saw him. Does Elijah want a little brother or sister? No, I don't think so. That's not going to happen. Unless you guys want to chance me not being around anymore, because I almost died the last time around, like, for real. For real. It was so serious. Maybe you guys know this. My liver was shutting down. My kidneys were shutting down. I was going into heart failure. I couldn't breathe. My lungs were filled with water. They thought I was going to have a stroke. The doctor saw me and he was like, no, we have to cut this baby out of you today. And that was 2.5 months before he was due. It was 10 weeks early. And when I went back to see the doctor about a year later for a follow-up check, well, he told me it was the worst case of preeclampsia he had seen in his 30 years of delivering babies. And when I saw him, he freaked out and he said to me, don't tell me you're here because you're pregnant. I said, no, I'm just here for my yearly checkup. He said, oh, good, because if you were pregnant, we should both just throw ourselves off a cliff. Who says that to their patient? First of all, that it would be better for me to both of us to throw ourselves off a cliff than for me to have another baby. So it would not be wise because I may not live through that experience. So if he's going to ever have a little brother or little sister, then they will be adopted. Okay. All right, let's see what you guys are saying up in here. Okay. Do you see the most recent Dhar Mann video with the rich man? I haven't seen that one yet. You know, I usually watch them all on Sundays. I'm usually busy working during the week, so Sundays I'll watch all of them that came out the week. Hey, Terry. Majestic Photography Life, thank you. Benjamin Flowbee, just look it up. Flowbee. It was like this famous haircut. It's like a vacuum that just like sucks the hair off your head, and you can switch it to different levels. So you can make it. George Clooney uses a Flowbee to cut his hair. Apparently he's been using a Flowbee for like 20 years. And his hair always looks beautiful. Actually, they interviewed him on that. And then after that interview came out, like the Flowbees all sold out. It's pretty funny. But people started buying Flowbees during COVID because they couldn't go anywhere to get their hair cut. So a Flowbee's like $100. So it's a good investment because, you know, just getting your hair cut 3 times will cost you that. Okay. So let's check out your comments. Hey, we've Got Orly here. Welcome. Okay, let's see. Creative edits. Hey, Katherine, I find it hard to love people sometimes because I don't like it when people talk to me in a specific tone, which is really hard, but I know love's important. I am autistic. That took a while for me to get used to, too. Sometimes people will speak to you in a way you don't like. Sometimes they'll be short, sometimes they'll be impatient, sometimes they'll be rude. I've been all those things to people, and people have been all those things to me. Sometimes they'll speak up, they'll get heated, and we just realize this has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with them. So don't take it personally. When they do that, they're frustrated. They're going through a hard time. They're taking it out on you, but you really have to separate yourself from what other people are doing. Hey, Tommy G, thank you. Separate yourself because how people come at you many times has nothing to do with you. Even if, this is hard sometimes, even if you do something that irritates them, even if you are like annoying them, like sometimes my little ones do to me. And it's easy for people to say, you did this, you made me do that. And just yesterday, I was correcting Elijah. He came into my office crying because Timothy threw his toy on the floor. And he came into my office, oh, thank you, Angela, you're so sweet, thank you for the gift. Elijah came into my office crying, and I said, what's wrong? And he said, Timothy made me cry. And I said, oh, no, Elijah. Timothy didn't make you cry. You chose to cry. You decided to cry. If you didn't like something he did. And so, you know, I'm trying to train kids at an early age that we are in control of our emotions. And nobody can do anything to you. Nobody can make you get mad. Nobody can make you lose your temper. Nobody can make you cry. There's something going on inside you, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, where you're not able to handle whatever is coming at you, and you're reacting. Elena, you just keep blessing me. God, may God richly bless you and multiply you 1,000-fold for your donations to me. Thank you. You're deciding to react this way. Nobody can make you feel anything. That took me a long time to learn. It's so easy to go, they did this, they made me, they this. And yes, they maybe did these things. Timmy did take Eli's toy and throw it on the floor, but Timmy taking Eli's toy and throwing it on the floor didn't make Eli cry. Eli chose to cry based on the situation. And of course, he's young. He doesn't know, he doesn't have emotional maturity yet. A lot of times people are 25 or older before they have emotional maturity, and I have met people in their 60s and 70s who don't have emotional maturity yet. And you guys, if you work on anything in your life, emotional maturity is going to help you in your life 1,000,000,000% more than intellectual intelligence. I know people with a super high IQ who freak out if something doesn't go their way. That will not serve you in your life. I don't care how smart you are. If you're gonna blow up and explode on people because you don't get your way, then I don't care how many degrees are hanging on your wall. I don't care how many alphabet letters are behind your name. You know, have you guys ever heard the saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care? So I would rather be around people who have an intellectual, who have emotional intelligence rather than intellectual intelligence. Okay, I ranted on that a while. Let me get back to your questions, and thank you everyone who's been so generous to me. I'm now going to be able to buy some stuff for Christmas. Okay. It's hard to love because people talk. Okay, that's what I was just addressing. I was so happy COVID was on a phase of go away. Now I see it's such high numbers of COVID cases in NYC, and I'm depressed. Praying for everything to come back to normal. I miss the good old days. So do I. I do miss the good old days. And you guys, that's the best thing we can do is keep praying. But please don't be depressed. You know, things are the way they are. And if there's nothing we can do about it, let's not let it get us down. If you're gonna let outside situations beyond your control dictate your emotions, then you're gonna be miserable your whole life, because 99% of everything is not in our control. So this is really comes down to you making a decision that you're gonna be happy and have joy no matter what is going on in the world. It doesn't mean we like it. It doesn't mean we're embracing it. It doesn't mean we're like, oh yay, we're on lockdown. But allowing it to steal your joy, again, that's a decision. Okay, looks like you guys have been saying some good stuff here. You should adopt Katherine. Maybe I should. But I'm gonna wait till God says it's the right time. God says we should love others as we love ourselves, even our own enemies, but sometimes it's difficult for us. Ma'am, can you suggest a way in what we would do that we can share some love to others? I mean, there's a 10,000,000 things you could do to show love to others. It could be smiling to someone. It could be opening up the door for someone. It could be saying thank you. It could be looking people in the eye, a stranger, and saying, wow, you look nice today. Or you're whatever it is, complimenting people. It could be, you know, paying for somebody's gas or groceries. It could be, gosh, there's so many ways to show love. Letting someone go in front of you in line. There's a billion things we can do. Okay. Let's see. Did Eli ever make Timmy cry? Again, Timmy chose to cry, but yes, Eli has made Timmy cry by pounding on him and knocking him over. Unfortunately, Eli's like Bam Bam. For those of you who've ever seen the reruns or seen on YouTube this old show from like the 60s, it was called The Flintstones. There was a little blonde boy on there called Bam Bam, and he liked to hit everything and break everything. That's Eli for you. Do you speak different languages? Because my school, we speak Arabic and English. And one day I want to speak Japanese so I can be a sensei or a samurai to help people in need. That is pretty cool. Not really. I took 1 year of Spanish in high school, and actually I was doing really good in that subject. But the next year I got a really mean teacher. And even though I was doing better in that subject than any other, I couldn't handle it. I didn't have the emotional intelligence, so I quit Spanish just because I didn't like the mean teacher. Had I known I was going to grow up and move to Los Angeles, where they speak a lot of Spanish, I would have kept going. But I did not have the emotional intelligence to deal with mean teachers when I was a teenager. Had I known, I would have done a lot of things differently. Steph says, oh crap, I lack emotional intelligence and the ability to regulate my emotions. It's something we all need to work on, but I'm glad you're recognizing it. So, the best thing you can do is when you feel yourself about to get your emotions are about to go off kilter, just stop yourself and go, whoa, wait a minute. Why am I about to cry? Why am I about, just because they did, just stop and ask yourself some questions. Why am I letting this affect me? And you're going to realize there's some deep-seated thing way down inside you. There's some deep-seated thing way down inside you that you think is true. Something that they said that hurt you, upset you, you believe it's true, so it hurts even more. So you have to check those things. We all have a lot of unhealthy, no, I have never broken a bone, Momo. I've broken some teeth. I don't know if teeth are considered bones. I mean, they're connected to bones. I don't know. No, I've broken some teeth, but not bones. Thank goodness. Okay, let's see what else you guys are saying. All right, 3 a.m. in Australia. What do you think of some Dhar Mann actors also acting in Dhar Mann clones? Is it unethical working for the competition, or is that considered fair in the world of acting? I have been approached by some of those people, and I could have done it, and they basically said, name your price. You just tell us how much you want, and we will pay you whatever like they really wanted me. And I could have had a nice payday, but I said, no, I'm not gonna. I am personally not going to act in a set of videos that I know is trying to copy and emulate and be a faker. For me, that's not, but in some ways all is fair, and acting a job is a job, but I personally have more loyalty and am more grateful. I'm not saying they're not grateful. I'm not putting, some people might not even know it's a spin-off. Like one of them, I didn't even know it was a spin-off. And then the day before I was supposed to go shoot for them, they must have, I was praying about it. They sent me, oh, this is the kind of stuff we do. Because a lot of times you go to a film, you've never seen any of their films. You don't know that they're copying. And the way he was explaining it to me, it didn't sound like it was anything like the Dhar Mann stuff. And then I saw the video, and he put in his description, it was almost the identical things that Dhar Mann says at the end of the videos. And that's when I go, oh my gosh, he's totally just, he like took Dhar Mann's tagline, and we're not just telling stories, we're changing lives. He just changed one word, and he said, we're not just telling stories, we're impacting lives. I was like, no, I cannot do this. So I'm not judging anyone who does, but I wouldn't do it. Okay, let's see. You could also be as weird as possible to show love. Okay. House tour. I did make a video. Sam Preeth, I made a video, house tour. Check out my video on here. I think it's a 2-part. I think it's called like the 8 or 9 Dhar Mann videos shot at my house. You'll get to see all the rooms of my house and my guest house. Okay, it's never too late to learn Spanish. Why was Dhar Mann promoting pain meds for children fake broke arms? Those are awful and deadly. Oh, was that when, oh, I remember that. I remember he says something like, oh, I took some of his ibuprofen, or I took some of his pain meds. That struck me as a little odd too when I heard it, because I know you can't even, in school, you can't even have pain medicine. Like, oh, I don't want to get political. I'm thinking of something else, not Dhar Mann. But Timmy couldn't have his inhalers with him. So if Timmy was having an asthma attack and he was in his classroom way across campus and he needed his asthma medicine, he would have to take his walker and walk all the way across campus, huffing and puffing, not be able to breathe, to get to the nurse's office to get his inhaler. So it may just be he didn't know that kids aren't allowed to have pain medicine because he doesn't have kids school age yet. That's the only thing I can think of. because a teacher would have never, the kid who broke his arm would have never been allowed to even have pain medicine at school. As a matter of fact, okay, I said I wasn't going to get political. But in California, I don't know if it's like this in other places, but should I say it? You can actually, as a teenage girl, you are not, if you have your period and you're having really bad cramps, you are not allowed to have Midol or ibuprofen or anything for your period. But you can go have an abortion without even having to tell your parents. The parents don't even have to know. If you want to tell someone at the school and they can arrange for you, this is the crazy backwardness of it, is that you cannot have pain medicine for your period if you're a girl, but you can go have an abortion without having to tell your parents. Sorry, I got political, but I think that's pretty backwards. I think talking to your parents about life and death situations like that, that's wackadoodle. That's totally wackadoodle. Okay, so yeah, in the real world, in California at least, you can't have pain medicine at school. Okay, all right, I said it, so there. All right, your teachings are similar to Dhar Mann's scripts. Would you ever consider writing a script for Dhar Mann or directing? You could be the new Rushi, and if you're good at it, he might end up being unemployed. Oh no, he would never be unemployed. They are cranking these out like machines. They're training a new director. They're like now filming they were filming 2 videos per day. Now they, I think, are moving to 3 videos per day to be filmed. Well, not 3 videos, 3 crews filming, because the video's longer. They're taking 2 or 3 days, sometimes 4 or 5 to shoot. So they've got one crew in one studio, another crew in the other studio. Then they have a night shift. They're expanding, and then the feature film, they're not going to be out of a job. I have considered writing in the past when they were doing a certain kind of script, that they were testing out this certain new kind of format of a script, but the video didn't go over well, so they decided not to do that kind of script. So I'm busy writing my books and my courses, so I'm not really a big fan of screenwriting. Okay. Yes, I've heard of Kylie Minogue. I don't know how to say her name. Is she like a model or something? I don't know if I know her. Okay, Steph's confused about something. I don't know what. Elena is learning Italian, Japanese, and Gaelic, traditional Scottish, and she's fluent in Mayorat. I don't even know what that is. Girl, you are so smart. Okay, Frank says teeth are made out of enamel. I thought enamel was just the coating on the teeth. The whole tooth is made out of enamel? Because they say you can eat your enamel away when you're having like a lot of acidic stuff. Okay, do you think the actor who plays Mickey's dude is too much? He comes off as very verbally abusive. Even if he's acting, is it too much? I don't know. To each his own, right? Everyone has actors they like and actors they don't like. No, I don't know much about Australia. We have a new Australian first AD on set, though. I'm actually visiting New York. The noise in the city's hard. Some people are rude. Yeah, I've heard that about New York. But I don't think everyone is. There's some really great people there, right, Orly? There are too many Dhar Mann clones, even similar titles, yeah. And they even copy the thumbnails. And people click on them because they will copy the thumbnails, the font, the coloring, and people click on it thinking it's a Dhar Mann thing, especially if they've stolen our actors and put them in things. Do you know Danny DeLloyd, who is on Dhar Mann? I met him, and he is one of the most loveliest persons. Yes, Benjamin, I know him very well. He's a friend of mine, and we've been in, I think, we've been in at least 2 other projects together before Dhar Mann. So somebody asked me about Rebecca being in a movie, and am I surprised? No, that's what we do. We're actors. Just because none of you guys have ever heard of us before Dhar Mann doesn't mean we weren't in lots of projects. I was in 150 other projects, films, commercials, TVs, plays, industrials, you name it, before I booked the Dhar Mann job. So that doesn't surprise me. I'm kind of shocked where people think that we just came out of nowhere and have never ever acted before, and then suddenly we're on Dhar Mann and we're an actor. No, for me personally, I put in 18 to 20 years of hard work studying and learning acting and being in all these films before Dhar even hired me. So let's see. Okay. Okay, Dhar made a poll on YouTube. It was favorable for longer videos. So he said longer content after the new year. You can see he's already trying that because you guys, when I started, the videos were like 3 to 5 minutes. And now it seems like all the scripts are like 15 minutes to 20 minutes. So, yeah, we'll see. They're always testing to see what the audience wants. How can you tell if a friend genuinely cares about you? Gosh, that's a, I would say by their actions. Definitely by their actions. A lot of people will say things with their words, but they don't back it up with their action. Oh yeah, love you, man. Love you, bro. Yeah, I'll totally be at your party. They don't show up. Yeah, I'll pick you up for the thing at 6. Oh yeah, I'm sick. I'm not gonna go. Oh yeah, I'll be there at 5. It's like 5:20. Or whatever. You know by their actions, right? People are not what they say. They're not what they believe. They are what they do. So if someone genuinely cares about you, they're going to do things that show that. Like, oh, you're having trouble with that? Let me help you study for your test. Let me help you, do this or do that. I have a little mini course I'm going to be putting out, and one of the things in there is, how to find a genuine friend. So that'll be good when it comes out. I don't know what I'm going to be called. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Right now I'm tentatively calling it the 3 Bs, but yeah, I'm going to teach you in that. There'll be a whole video on how to find the right friend and what qualities to look for in the right friend. Okay, we've got Zilla Calm. I'm also an orange belt. Frank says human teeth are made up of 4 different types of tissue: pulp, dentin, enamel, and cementum. The pulp is the innermost portion of the tooth and consists of connective tissue, nerves, and blood vessels. Yeah, we know about the nerves. When we get a cavity, we're like, cold hurts, sugar hurts. Well, that's cool. Hey, Danny. Where, Momo, I have said where I'm from. Sri, okay, we need more Dhar Mann videos focusing on the adults learning lessons like the old days. Nowadays, it seems like the adults only play parents or teachers. Yeah, when I started, it was definitely an adult channel. It was all the adults learning lessons, but I think as we've grown, the audience has grown to be younger people. So I think there's less adults watching and more kids watching, because used to be when I would go out, I would get recognized by like moms at Costco. Now when I go out in public, I get recognized at playgrounds and daycares, places where there's like lots of kids. I don't know how they recognize me when I have a mask on. I thought I would be in disguise. Yeah, I played a ninja once, and we were all dressed in all black, had the black and the black all covered up. I'm like, no one's gonna know who I am. Yeah, but they did. Okay, let's see. Dhar Mann is evolving for sure, in a good way. The scripts are getting better. There's a lot of things that are getting better with it, I think. Let's see. Katherine, ever considered doing world tours? What, me personally? Maybe not next year, maybe 2023 when my new book is out. I'm going to get a fabulous book deal, and they're going to pay me in advance to write the book, and then they'll fly me all over the world to do book signings. Maybe. Is that possible? Anything's possible. I don't know. I've heard those days are gone. You have to be like a big famous writer for that to happen. Thank you, Frank. Let's see. Haha, you are famous. Zachary loves dogs. Okay, thanks. They recognize you with your eyes. Benjamin says, will God bring bad people to justice, as some people never get punished? They will. Oh, they will. You may not see it, but they will. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. No, we let God handle the bad guys. We stay out of it, and we just try to live right, and we be humble, and we do the right things, and we don't worry about how the evil people seem to be succeeding, because tell you that is temporary. That is short-lived. That's not the way it's going to be. Yes, there's really nice people in New York. She's an Aussie singer. Oh, she's a singer. Okay. I know I'd heard the name before. Hey, Roger. Tommy wants Dhar Mann merch. What team do you support, Sean? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Do you miss the way Dhar Mann videos were in 2019? I don't know. It had pluses and minuses. There's a lot I like about the way things are done now. Like, we get catering. We get like catered meals now. Back then, we didn't really we would be on set hungry all day. I mean, they had snacks, but now we get like hot food meals and stuff. It's just one of the many perks. Okay. Let's see. I bet y'all can do Dhar Mann convention where all the stars get together and do a Q&A and sign autographs. They're talking about, I don't know when or if this is going to happen. They were talking about doing studio tours because they get so many requests. Guys, we'll be there filming and people will just show up. Like, they're like, we're on vacation in California. We thought we'd stop at the studio, and the security has to be like, I'm sorry, you can't come in. We're in the middle of filming. So it's happened many times where people will come and want to meet us and want to come in. They'll think Dar's just there hanging out at the studio. They'll be like, is Dar here? I'll be like, no, he's not here. He's at home with his family. He works from home a lot. Let's see. Guten Tag. Okay. Oh, somebody just, let's see. Hello. Let's see. Oh, looks like you, see, I can't even read the other ones. I only know Guten Tag is German. Shante. Is it Shanti? I don't know the Dutch or the Polish, so I can't even say that. Thank you for answering my comment. My parents, I was sitting in the same room with my parents and they smiled. I am an 11-year-old girl and I've just subscribed. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you. Would you consider getting a pet? I've thought about getting Timmy a service dog, but they're very expensive. And I would just have more responsibilities on my plate to walk it and poop it and whatever. He's doing fine. So I just don't want more responsibility right now. I remember when you used to play the gold diggers and the homeless people. Now all they do is make you Mikey's mom. We want Barb to come back. Old is gold. Yeah, I liked playing those variety of characters, and you're right. I used to play a big, wide variety of characters, and yeah, now I am just moms, it seems like. Moms or Karens, right? I do miss those days where they gave me free reign to play whatever the heck, from rich snob to homeless. Those were fun days. Elena sent me another gift. Look at you. Blessing my Christmas like no other. Benjamin, God will bring bad people to justice? Yes. Will God? Yes. Yes, he will. Always, without a doubt. By the way, congrats on 11,000 subscribers. I also subscribed. Thank you. Elena says that's from my brother. Aw, the sticker. Thank you. What's your brother's name? Remind me. You may have told me before, but remind me again, because he deserves a thank you as well. Dhar Mann World Tour would be awesome. Do you enjoy the role as a mean teacher in the Dhar Mann videos? Like the teacher with dwarfisms made fun of? I mean, it was a fun role. I don't mind playing the bad characters sometimes. But sometimes it can get kind of tedious. I'm pretty happy they won this year, as it had been a long time since they won. I'm not sure who we're talking about. What's your favorite Dhar Mann video made this year? You know, since you brought up Barb, I'm going to go with that one. The Old is Gold. I probably did some other fun videos this year, but we'll just go with that one for now. I would have to go back and look back and see which ones I did this year. Okay. That's true. The audience is getting younger in age. Are there any countries you would like to travel to? You know, my mom she really wanted to go to Austria, and I was going to take her there, but they've got some pretty restrictive, like, lockdown stuff where they won't let people just come for fun. So I don't know where I would like to go. I know hubby wants to go to, where's that place where there's the Machu Picchu thing? Peru. Rob wants to go to Peru, so that was one of the things I was trying to plan before COVID happened. So, I don't know. We probably won't be traveling till these bans are lifted and all of that. You were awesome in the video on the airplane feeding the baby. That's one of my favorites. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for Elena to tell me what her brother's name is. Come to Scotland, she says. Hey, Frank, thank you for the gift. Will you play Gold Diggers again? I don't know. I don't know if they retired me from that role, because they've got Mare doing Gold Diggers now. Actually, the first time I played a Gold Digger in that court scenario, was that the first time? I was actually surprised they had me in that role. I thought, where's Mare? Well, how am I doing this? I don't know if they retired me and made me just the Karen. I don't know. Michael, thank you, Michael, for the gift. You are so kind. That's so cool that you guys hang out and, like, watch together. Okay, how do they avoid COVID on Dhar Mann? Do they force you all to get vaccinated or make you get tested? Well, we have to wear masks at all times when we're not filming. And they still practice social distancing, you know, and we do get tested. We do get tested when we have, not every shoot, we don't get tested for COVID every shoot, but if they have, like, a celebrity collab or another big YouTuber, he'll have us there getting tested to make sure, you know, that the other YouTuber feels safe and that they feel, I don't know. But no, they're not forcing people to get vaccinated, and can you force people to do that? I guess some places are. A mandate doesn't mean it's you have to. A mandate means it's highly suggested. I know there are a lot of studios that are forcing even the part-time employees to do it, but no, you know, he's not. So honestly, I think that's the right decision, because I think, you know, you have medical freedom. I know several people who've told me they were going to quit acting, but Dhar's the only place they can work now because they've made the choice for themselves not to be vaccinated. And, you know, to each his own. I don't think anyone should be forced to do anything that they don't want to do. Or there's a lot of people who have, like, pre-existing conditions where it would be very dangerous for them to be vaccinated. So, you know, he's letting people choose, and all the other big studios in Hollywood are forcing you to do it. So I say, good for Dhar Mann for not forcing people to do it. And I think, you know, a few people that I've talked to on set, I think he would lose a lot of really good actors that you guys love if he enforced that. But you know, I think that was just put in place for companies with over 100 employees. I don't think he has 100 employees, because the actors are not his employees. We're not like W-2 employees. We're just like 1099 contract labor. I'm not sure what category it falls in. But that's a terrible note to end on. Let's end on something positive. I know I'm over my time, but I don't want to end the live stream talking about COVID. So Frank says, man, okay, I'm not going to read it, Frank. I read it, but I'm not going to read it out loud because I'm going to end on a positive note. Okay, Mona says Shantae, Giovanna mentioned in her Friday, she's scheduled to shoot with Dhar next week, and she recently had a video shoot coming up. Very cool. I have nothing scheduled for next week, which is great because I've got my own dang projects to finish before the new year. If you guys watch my videos on my goals, I'm like, I got some stuff to finish before this year is over. And a lot of it I won't get to or finish. What happened to Giovanna Vidal, the actress from Dhar Mann? I haven't seen her, and she's still a part of it. She was at the premiere. Yeah, she's still very much a part of the team. But the right scripts have to come up, and they feel the right person to play the right. It's just based on whatever you're right for. So, guys, I hope you and your family have a great holiday, Frank says. I'm on my way to sing Christmas for seniors. Go sing, Angela. Angela's got to go sing for the seniors. Good on you. That's the way we end. They have a wonderful, wonderful week and have a very blessed and Merry Christmas. If you celebrate it, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Boxing Day. I don't even know what all the things are, but just be blessed, be happy, love the one you're with. Even if you're with your annoying family this week, just show love, right? Because love doesn't need ideal conditions. It's a decision. Live true, love hard, shine bright.